Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about something that is actually really important to me, something that I'm personally going through right now in my life. When I sat down to decide what I want to talk about this week with you all, I couldn't come up with any interesting topic, and then I thought, why not share with you exactly what I'm going through at this stage in my life, and that is friendships in your 30s, or finding new friends, making new friendships at this era of your life. So as long as I remember myself, I have literally never had an issue making friends. I have always been surrounded with not just friends, but like a big community, a big group of people. And those friendships were not like intentional friendships. They kind of all just happened naturally and organically on their own. So I can't really say that I put in any extra effort to start those friendships. So let's go back to my childhood. When I was in kindergarten, I always had friends. When we were little, my sister and I used to just go play outside. At that time, that was a very common thing. So we would just meet other kids, like boys and girls about our age, and they were also playing outside. And so we just started playing together. And then when we went to school in middle school, my sister and I actually ended up being in the same grade. So I became friends with a lot of her classmates and a lot of her friends. I kind of stole her group. I didn't. We were in the same group together. And then we created this group called like the Five Girls. And it was five of us. It was my sister and I and our three best friends, and we were like the cool girl. Well, I guess we thought we were the cool girls in our school. And then once we went to high school, we actually started becoming friends with a lot of like guys in school. And so we had like a really big group. I think it was 10 of us that we would hang out together all the time. Honestly, it was the sweetest time. Like, I'm so grateful for those girls. We actually, like, I still talk to all of them. We're actually still pretty good friends. The problem is, once we graduated high school, we all moved to different countries, different cities. So a lot of the guy friends I don't talk to anymore, just because we weren't really that close. But the girls, one of them lives in Europe, another one's in Canada. My sister and I moved to the United States, and my sister lives in a different state. The fifth friend, she stayed back home in Kazakhstan. That's where we're from. And so they're all over the place, unfortunately, but we do still talk to them. I'm proud that we could remain really close friends. And then the college days, we moved to the United States, and we literally made friends so easily. Like, we would make friends with classmates, with neighbors, with people in like standing in the street. We would just start talking to them. We were so easygoing, not very careful, but we did end up making quite a few friends our first 2 years in the United States, and that's really cool. And then we made really good friends with two girls who we ended up moving in with. And so then the fifth girl, another girl, moved in with us, and it was five of us living together. And one of them was dating this guy who had his nephews who were actually pretty close in age. So they were living together in the same apartments as us. And so we were neighbors, and we started hanging out. So once again, I found myself kind of surrounded with a bunch of girls. It was five of us, a bunch of guys, like our neighbors living not together, but close by. And we would hang out every single day. We would go to school together, do homeworks together. We would watch TV shows together, just so many activities. We were so close. It was such a tight group, and it was the most fun. And so, like I said, once again, I didn't put any effort. These friendships just happened so naturally, so easily. And I was like, oh, like, this is life. This is how you are going to make friends for the rest of your life. It's just going to happen easily and effortlessly, and it's just not going to be a big deal. And then I moved. And then I moved to Atlanta. That's where I live now. And then I got married. And then I started a career, and I started moving around for my job. And here we are. I'm in my 30s. I'm 31. And I look around, and I have no community, no friends. The friends that I do have are all so far away. And we do talk, but it's not the same as having friends in person and hanging out together. And so, yeah. And looking back, I not only had friends, like, I had a group of friends. I had many people with me at all times. I was never bored or lonely. I just didn't know what that felt like until now, until the last few years of my life. Now, where I live, I literally have one friend who lives about an hour away from me, and we consider that we live in the same city, but we actually don't. But we do make a lot of effort to see each other in the city. But it does take a lot of planning, and she does work. So I feel like I definitely need more friends, more girlfriends in my life. I don't want to have to keep asking that one friend to meet with me whenever I feel like I need company. And here's another kind of a sad thing, but my husband and I at the beginning of this year were looking at my list of goals for 2022 and 2023 just for fun, just to see if I accomplished any of them. And both of the lists had like make more friends on it. And yeah, I failed in that. And so that is my goal for this year. I decided to commit starting, now, starting in January, I decided to commit to making more friends because I'm still kind of in that New Year's resolutions mindset over here. And I took a lot of time to analyze my personal behaviors, to talk to my loved ones like my husband and my mom and listen to their advice. And I came up with this 3-step solution, and I want to talk about that with you guys today. And actually, at the end of this video, there's going to be a little bonus. You're actually going to witness me putting myself out there, making those friendships, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. Okay, step 1 is ask yourself this question: are you a good friend? My husband actually made me ask myself that because he said if you want to have strong friendships and good friendships, you need to ask yourself, am I a good candidate for a friendship right now? And if not, then why not? What is it that I need to work on? And it's actually kind of funny that he is the one who suggested that to me because, and I love my husband to death and he loves me. He wants the best for me. But he is actually an extremely careful and cautious person. He is one of those people who doesn't trust anybody. Like, you have to earn his trust. He doesn't trust you from the get-go. He's always going to be cautious about you. He's always going to be careful. And he's one of those people who is like, don't talk to the neighbors. Like, let's just get to know them first. Let's make sure they're safe. It's weird, I know. And his caution rubbed off on me, and I kind of sort of became like him in the last few years. And he is actually completely okay not having friends here. He has a lot of friends in Texas and he has a lot of friends back home, but he's completely okay having his phone as his best friend. And I am his second best friend. That's enough for him. His mentality definitely rubbed off on me, like I said, but it was, I think, subconscious. I wasn't very conscious of it. So anytime I would approach people to try to make friends, I did feel kind of a uneasy, weird feeling inside. It like never went anywhere. So looking back, I think that mentality definitely did not help me. So I clearly closed myself off from other people. And I know that that's a horrible thing, and I do admit it. And it actually took a lot of effort on my end to analyze my behavior, to really watch myself and listen to myself, to even catch that I do that. Like, I wasn't even fully aware that I was doing it. And so I was talking about it with my mom, and she actually pointed out to me that she had noticed that I closed myself off from people and I needed to be more open if I wanted to have more people in my life. And my mom actually is amazing at making friends. Like, as long as I remember her, she's always had so many friends, and she's had friendships that lasted for 30 plus years, and I admire her for that. And one of the things she said is, even if a person may have a different view on something in life, like politics or whatever it could be, it doesn't mean that you can't actually be friends. It just means that you probably shouldn't talk about this topic, or you should be more open-minded when having those conversations. But she said that there's always something else, like some common ground that you could find with any person on this planet, and you could build your friendship on that foundation. I needed to hear that because I used to think that if there's one thing that I don't agree with that person, then I need to run away. And I do have to thank my mom here because, first of all, people are not as surface level as that. People are much deeper than that, and it takes a while to actually truly get to know somebody. And people you don't agree with, you could actually learn something new from them. You could expand your universe a little bit. And lastly, I am all about change this year. I want newness, I want change, I want excitement in my life. I probably need to talk to people who are slightly different than me just to bring in that change into my life. Okay, step number 2. Put yourself out there. So, a little background story before I tell you how I actually did this. I am originally from Kazakhstan. I grew up there. I moved to the United States when I turned 16. And so in Kazakhstan, we do speak Russian. So I actually can be friends with a lot of different people. I can be friends with English speaking people, people from my country, people who speak Russian, which are like in so many different USSR, ex-USSR countries, they all speak Russian. So I can be friends with anyone from Ukraine, from Kyrgyzstan, from Azerbaijan, which is so exciting. There are groups on Facebook that exist that are like Russians in Atlanta or Russian speaking community of Atlanta. So what I did was I actually didn't have a Facebook page. And so I created a new one. I don't have a single picture on there. I don't have any friends on there. And I just added myself to those groups. And here is what I put on one of those groups' walls. Hi guys, I'm Naz. I'm 31 years old. I live in the area, the town that I live in. I am looking for friends. So girls who are also looking for friendships, please send me a message. I'd love to talk to you. Now that I'm looking back, I'm like, that's so creepy. But you guys, guess what? It actually worked. 10 or 15 girls messaged me, and I just can't believe that that happened. And here's the thing too, I'm definitely managing my expectations. I don't think I'm gonna become best friends with every single one of those girls who messaged me, but I am keeping an open mind, and I am, like I said, putting myself out there. And the way you could apply this into your life, I think, is literally Facebook groups. Like if you have a specific interest, or if there's a Facebook group for, you know, your subdivision where you live or the town that you live in, add yourself there and just do what I did and just say, hey guys, my name is so-and-so and I'm looking for new friendships. I definitely did not expect much when I posted that. I honestly completely forgot that I posted that. And then somebody messaged me and said, hey, you have people commenting on your post. And I got on my Facebook and I saw the notifications and I'm like, oh my God, I was shocked. I expected maybe 1 or 2 girls to message me, and I'm just so excited. And this is just proof that so many of us are looking for friendships, and don't be afraid to be the first one to get the conversation going. All right, step number 3. Face your fears. The reason I included this on here is actually because I had to move a lot for my job a few years back. So I changed cities for like 3 years straight. And every new city I would move to, I actually already did the first 2 steps. I would, put myself out there and write a post on some Facebook group. And then I would freak out. And then I would never actually meet the girls that I messaged with. I know it's terrible, but honestly, I definitely was the problem because 1, like I said, I was overly cautious without even realizing it. So you are meeting people on the internet. You don't know anything about them. It is kind of scary. It is dangerous. So definitely be careful. But also, I had a lot of anxiety at the time about my social skills. I always thought that I was very socially awkward because I used to have so many friendships in the past. It was very effortless. And then when I had to make effort to make friendships, I found that I'm actually quite shy and I don't know what to say at which time, at which moment, and how to handle myself with people I don't know at all. So I had a lot of anxiety around that. And so we would agree with some girls to meet and go to like a coffee shop or a movie theater or something. And at the last minute, I would chicken out and I would just message her and say, hey, I got stuck at work. I'm busy. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to see you. Maybe next time. And then I would just never message them again, and they would never message me because we didn't really know each other. And a lot of missed opportunity there for sure. And now that I'm telling you guys this, I realize that I don't even deserve to sit here and complain about not having any friends in my 30s, but this is the reality. Like, this is why it's step 3, because you have to figure out what it is that's stopping you and you have to overcome it. And that's what I'm actually doing today. And I also think that there's a really good chance that if you are in your 30s and if you are in my shoes having a hard time finding new friends and making new friends, then there's a possibility that you have similar obstacles as well. And maybe, just maybe, you could actually benefit from my personal vigorous self-analysis. Anyway, guys, let me actually check myself, because at this point right now, I haven't actually made any friends, but I have been messaging with those girls and I'm actually gonna go meet them later today. I will bring you with me. I will film my emotions and all of that. I can't wait to show you how it turns out. But I just want to close this section of today's video by saying that I am very optimistic. Like my mom said, I should be more open to this world if I want something from this world. Hi guys. A girl messaged me, said that she also lived in my area, like not too far from my town. She was like, let's get together. I found that it definitely helped if I knew their schedule. So I asked her what her schedule was and she was like, actually, I'm working right now, but I can get off work a little bit earlier. We can get together today. Should I just say no because that's too soon? But then I thought, no, this is exactly what I talk about. I do the first 2 steps and then I never follow through. So I need to just do it and I need to go with the flow of life. It's like in the book Surrender Experiment, like I need to just let life happen to me. I need to allow for things to happen and go with that flow. I texted her back and I said, okay, I'll be there. And so she said 40 minutes and I've been sitting in this car just trying to pull myself together because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried. First of all, it's a complete stranger that I met on the internet that I am meeting the day that I messaged with her, which is insane. It's been a while since I've like met new people. Like I said earlier in the video, I am worried about first impressions. I am worried about, you know, my social skills. I can be pretty socially awkward sometimes when I overthink everything I say, which is quite often. So please wish me luck. I'm about to drive up there. I'm so nervous. Guys, I'm here and it's 2 minutes till the time that we agreed to meet. I'm just gonna sit and talk to you for 2 minutes. I am so nervous. I was driving and telling myself, like, don't talk too much, because when I'm nervous I tend to try to fill the space with myself and talk. And I just read an article actually right before she had texted me about how, like, the things that you need to do for people to respect you, and one of the things was like talk less, listen more. So I was driving and telling myself, you need to listen more, you need to listen more, you need to be a better listener. Anyway, and I'm also gonna say a little prayer before I go, because you never know, like, you're meeting a stranger. Even though it's a public place, like, I'm still really nervous. So I need to say a prayer for my protection and my safety, and also a prayer for, you know, to make a good impression, and just hopefully this is a foundation of a beginning of a strong friendship. I really hope so. Wish me luck. I'll see you guys after. I'll let you know how it goes. Guys, we just finished. I met up with this girl and she actually ended up inviting another one of her friends. So it was such a good time. These girls are so nice, they're so friendly, they're very close to me in age. One of them is actually my age, and it was just such a good time. It was so nice to meet new people, to get to know their life stories. I'm so glad I came. I'm so glad I put myself out there, and I didn't talk as much as I usually do. I listened, but yeah, I am just on cloud 9 right now. I'm one of those people who gets energy from talking to other people, like being around other humans. So I feel so energized. I feel so inspired. I'm just so excited. I'm just so happy. So guys, I'm at a red light. I just left. I got together with the girls. I had not had a chance to film myself right before, but we had issues with parking, with finding a good spot, and it was just a little bit chaotic and stressful. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was letting these emotions of like the nerves get to me, and I was very nervous. I was very stressed meeting new people. It was very scary. I don't even know if I told you, but I met like 3 new girls. We got together, 4 of us. They're pretty new to the United States, but it was really cool to see them. Anyway, I'm driving now, so I'm gonna get back to you. Okay guys, I'm at a red light again. So anyway, I got together with 3 girls. They're new to the United States, all of them, and it was so nice just to see new people and hear their life stories. I swear it's so inspiring, because I feel like my life has kind of stagnated, and like I said before, I am ready for newness. I'm ready for change. I'm ready to be ambitious again. I'm ready to be inspired again, and like new people is the way to go. I'm telling you, like you could even probably hear it in my voice that I sound much more excited for life. I don't know, I'm just really happy. All those girls have gone through really difficult things in their lives, and that's how they ended up here. And it's just a beautiful thing just to hear their stories, see how they overcame their challenges and difficulties. And I'm so inspired. I can't wait to talk to them again, to become closer friends. So yeah, anyway, just wanted to give you an update. I hope you guys put yourself out there and try it out. And this is it for today's video, but thank you guys so much for watching.